G'day, I'm Pat.
I'm Jack.
My name is Matt Simons.
And we're the Pierce brothers from another mother's.
Other brothers from other mothers.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to Pink Pop, man.
Thank you very much.
It's amazing to be back.
So exciting that we're here.
So unexpected because the last call I got, like, the Pierce brothers are somewhere in Denmark,
Yeah.
but the rumor is they're heading south.
Yeah, so
Well, we
in
were.
Denmark yesterday, and then jumped in the car, and then as we were coming down, our manager and our agent, we sort of pestered them a bit and said, "Look, what do you think? Do you reckon we can?" And yeah, then they just came through with the goods, and so we just didn't turn right. We just kept going straight, and here we are.
So back at Pink Pop, last year you played an amazing set here. I mean, it was a pretty big tent. You filled it, and everybody went crazy from back to the end.
Yeah.
And now you just returned because you returned to Australia, obviously. I saw you busking actually in Australia, which is also cool.
Yeah.
But we'll more about that later. But you played the Paradiso a couple of weeks ago, and you lift the roof, right?
It was, the Paradiso. We never.
I think it was the best night of my life.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
We walked off stage before the encore, and everyone's going crazy. We walked off. We just looked at each other. What the fuck just happened? What? And
We were
both
hugging
like-
each other,
we were just
and
like,
it was-
what? What just? Oh my god! We were just so ecstatic after that show.
It's such an amazing thing. Like, you know, we were street performers on the streets of Melbourne, you know, and to be on the other side of the world, to have a, you know, almost sold out Paradiso, just going completely ballistic. It was phenomenal. Brought me to tears.
Beyond our wildest dreams. Yeah.
You told me that actually you wrote a song that night before you went on stage about your brother, right? You played it here as well?
Yeah, we did a song called Brother that we'd written a few days before. Now we have.
You'd only written the verses.
Yeah.
And then when we found out we were going to have wireless mics, I don't know if you've been to the Paradiso, there's that second level up the back where it has that little bit, and so we figured out that there should be a song, we should get wireless mics, and Jack should run out to the crowd and
And
actually
start
sing
singing
from there.
And we
And
thought-
so when we were doing that in sound check, I said, okay, well, what if we just start doing, and we just came up with this vocal line and just started rocking it, and then we're like, oh, this is great, and then we sort of did that, and then we said, oh, and then we'll go big here, and figured it all out, and then when we played it,
Paradiso is just a magic place. We were just so excited and inspired by a song that we didn't really know. Like, we got all the lyrics down a few days ago. I mean, a bit of backstory. We have a song called Genevieve that we wrote for our sister for a wedding. And then for my brother's wedding last
we're
year,
one of 5 kids, so
for our brother's wedding last year, we wrote this song called Black Dog. And then our oldest brother, Justin, he never got a song, and he's always said, where's my song? And so we wrote it a few days before, and then during the Pink Pop show, we figured out this middle line and a sing-along, and then it turned out to be the biggest song of the night by far.
yeah, like we finished the song, and then we sort of went to change guitars, and then they all just started singing that vocal line again,
and
and then
then we had
over
to
and
get
over, and so we swapped back over to the guitars and
and
finished.
then just
off
did a
the song.
reprisal.
It
And
was phenomenal.
and
Did
we
you record that show,
Yeah,
actually?
yeah,
It's on
dude.
tape, right?
And it's all, we videoed the whole thing, and we got a multi-track off the desk, so we're just
so
when the albums, that's not even like we've been recording the album for the last year, but that'll be one of the new ones that'll be going on, and then I reckon towards the end of the year we'll have it ready. And
We actually issue this as a record because it sounds like you can't do this in the studio. It's impossible. I mean, you should release it. Everybody who's there want it.
I should listen to it
I still don't
first,
know.
but
I still don't know.
I still think it'll be amazing.
I don't know how we're going to do it in the studio because it's the big
live
part
song.
of that song is that the audience gets involved. And our brother doesn't know about it or didn't know about it yet. And so we've been waiting to get it mixed and then that footage cut together sometime next week. But it was already 2 weeks ago and we're really excited. So last night when we got here and we're already pretty tired and then we had a few drinks.
It was about 2 a.m. We FaceTimed home. And we're like, hey, Justin, get on the phone. We're going to play you a song. It's going to be
And
great.
so we put him on thing. We said, all right, look, we were going to send you this later, but we're too excited. We wrote you a song and then played it for him last night. He was just like, all right.
It was, I mean, when he heard the result and when he saw the pictures, it must have blown his mind, right?
Yeah.
He cried a bit, so that's what you go for.
Well, he's the oldest brother, so and he's very stoic. You know, he's always been. No, he's just a big sook.
Big crybaby.
Yeah.
Harden the fuck up, man. Yeah. Hey, I heard you guys are playing Dublin, or you're playing Ireland as well. You're going to, I think, Mullamore or some big wave spot, right? I mean, you both know surfers, right?
Yeah, going to the Sea Shepherd?
No, Sea Shepherd.
No,
Sea Sessions. Sessions by the Sea Festival.
She sells seashells.
Nope. Nope. Yeah, we're a big family of surfers. We've always grown up surfing, but Pat and I can't surf.
Oh, well, you can surf. Speak for yourself.
We're just terrible at it, and so we've always loved it. We each have a few surfboards, and we love getting out there and doing it. But our brothers,
we go for a paddle more than go for a surf.
Our brothers are always better surfers. I'm okay with that because
as long as you're having fun. It's like it's not who's the best. It's like the one who has the most fun in the water. Yeah. I mean, that's what Kelly Slater said, so it must be true, right?
That's what life is about. You know?
But Kelly Slater can say that. That's like Paul McCartney saying, "Oh, it's not about writing a single. Yeah, it's just about having fun." Oh, okay, Paul McCartney, sure.
Yeah, sure.
I bet he did have a lot of fun though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it's actually about, life is just a contest, and whoever has the most fun wins.
Well, I think you guys are doing a fucking great job at it too.
I feel like I am right now. I'm winning.
Hey, but so you're playing a surf festival in Holland as well, on a small island, which is going to be fun. It's Ameland, which is nobody knows about it, but I am a surfer. I surf here as well, and this is the spot that picks up most waves. So even in July, when there are basically no waves whatsoever, you'll probably have a nice pedal out. Yeah. But you're playing Ireland as well, right? And this is a big wave spot where you're going. So.
Yeah, well, I'm really excited about it. Like,
when you say big waves, how big? Because
15 foot.
Yeah. We're not that good at surfing.
It'd be hilarious though if you would pedal out still.
I think you're mixing up the word hilarious with terrifying. But
we got a friend of ours back home, Marty Paradiso, who's one of those big wave surfers who's living with our brother for a while, and he's the sort of guy who's like sponsored by the big crazy ones and goes up for the contest of the biggest wave of the year every year and gets strapped onto the board and helicoptered in. That guy, he's like the nicest, most lovely fella in the world, but that.
And he's very
completely different box of frogs.
He's so unassuming and just lovely, and then you think that, like, you see footage of him going onto like a 30 or 40 foot wave. You're like, what the fuck? Why?
Yeah, he can hold his breath for 4.5 minutes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So
I can hold my beer for 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, well,
then you got to get a new one.
My beer's empty by 4.5 minutes.
Now I have these nice cup holders, which are great. I mean,
see, nobody has these over here in Australia. It's called a stubby holder, and we thought it'd be funny to do a stubby holder for merch because it keeps your beer cold and it keeps your fingers warm.
Actually, I got a lot of good response from heavy metal fans who saw it. They were like, fuck man, another metal band that didn't play on Pink Pop yet. Shit, I missed out.
Yeah, it's sort of like an Anvil kind of Metallica style vibe. This one goes up to 11.
Our manager, when we got this design done, we put it on a t-shirt because it was so cool, because a friend of ours just sent us a picture and said, have you ever wondered what you guys would look like if you were cyborgs made out of the stuff that I found in your car? And you guys wonder no more, and then sent us that. We're like, that's awesome. And then
we saw it, we're like, this is going straight on a t-shirt.
Yeah, so we asked, can we put it on a t-shirt? And then got the image of him. And our managers back home said, it's a bit heavy metal, guys. Like, you're a folk acoustic duo. And we're like, yeah, it's awesome.
No, that'll be right.
We rock harder than every heavy metal band. Hello.
Well, that's exactly.
The only thing missing is power slides, but you guys will work on that.
Yeah, we'll get that.
You had a question?
Yeah, I had a question because you said you don't have any of this here in Holland. Have you seen the weather? I mean, Australia's hot, but in Holland it's always cold. So.
No, but when it's cold and you're standing outside, you might be having a cigarette. Then your fingers don't get cold because. So if you have a really cold beer.
Mm-hmm,
or if you're going travelling to Australia, they're very light and easy to just chuck in your bag. If you go travelling, go to Ibiza or something. Like, Jack's going to Ibiza next week.
I know.
It's hilarious.
I didn't really think it through.
It's not his girlfriend is coming over from Australia, and they have like a week off. And so I think I'm going to catch up with my cousin down in Bayonne and go surfing in France. And they were trying to figure out what to do, and they found these cheap flights to Ibiza. And Jack's like, yes, sweet, let's do it.
Now the thing
is, like, isn't that like a clubbing capital Jersey Shore kind of thing?
It'd be, that part of Ibiza is terrible. And I didn't believe them. But then they told us, a friend of our tour manager said, actually, I've got a friend that lives in the north part where it's just by the sea and it's very hippie and all the rest of it. And he rents out yurts to stay in, and then he takes people on diving things. So he'll take you on all that. So we'll go diving and there's hiking and all the rest of it.
Holiday in Ibiza. Just stop trying to explain it. That's what it is.
And then we
get your fake tan on, widen those teeth, get your abs out. You'll be fine.
painted on abs. But we went to when we went up to Denmark and I looked around there. And it's such a beautiful country, so incredibly beautiful, and the woods. And my girlfriend and I really love to go hiking. That I looked at it and just went, oh no, I chose fucking Ibiza. Not that there's anything wrong with it. There is.
Well, in the north it's going to be cool. I mean, and you can bring your didgeridoo. I mean, they're very hippie-ish. They'll love it.
He already told me. He said, we're going to bring you some didgeridoos. And when I first met him, he said, oh, so you're a musician? Well, I'm sure I could get you a couple of gigs up here. I said, oh, I'm going to take a bit of time off on that week from doing gigs. And then he wrote back to me, yes, I just saw the after movie for the Paradiso. I didn't really, wasn't really thinking that through.
Nice. That's a good little ego boost for you.
And
you need that, don't you, to get through the day? Just someone to tell you how good you are. Just validate you. Sorry.